Vin Diesel says Paul Walker's Fast and Furious character, Brian O'Connor, will return in next film in a revelation that's reigniting both excitement and emotion among Fast and Furious fans. Vin Diesel has confirmed that Paul Walker's beloved character, Brian O'Connor, will return in the next installment of the high-octane franchise. Despite Walker's tragic passing in 2013, Diesel assures audiences that Brian's story isn't over at least not in the world of Fast and Furious. This news has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and social media alike, leaving fans to wonder how filmmakers will respectfully and creatively bring Brian back into the fold. Diesel, who has long referred to Walker as a brother both on and off screen, says the return will honor Paul's legacy in a way that's powerful, emotional, and necessary. A legacy that never fades. Paul Walker tragically died in a car crash in November 2013, while Furious 7 was still in production. At the time, the franchise faced one of its greatest challenges: how to complete the film and respectfully say goodbye to a character who had become the franchise's moral compass. Using a mix of CGI and body doubles, Paul's real-life brothers, Cody and Caleb, filmmakers were able to give Brian a touching send-off. The now iconic final scene of Furious 7, in which Brian and Vin Diesel drive side by side before parting ways, is widely considered one of the most emotional scenes in action movie history. Since then, Brian O'Connor has not been killed off in the franchise. Instead, he's been written as retired from the action, living a quiet family life with Mia Toretto Jordana Brewster, who returned in later films with vague references to Brian being at home with the kids. Vin Diesel breaks the news in a recent interview promoting the franchise's final chapters. Diesel was asked whether Brian would return before the Fast saga wrapped up. His response was clear and firm: "Yes, you'll see Brian again. We couldn't end this journey without him." Diesel emphasized that Walker's spirit has remained a driving force behind every film since his death. "We don't make a Fast movie without thinking about Paul. He's still here, in every scene, every decision. We owe it to him and the fans to complete the story with him included." While Diesel didn't reveal exactly how Brian will return, he made it clear that the team is working hard to ensure the portrayal is handled with the utmost care and respect. "This isn't about bringing someone back for spectacle. This is about honoring family, our real family," he added. How will Brian O'Connor return? Bringing Brian back is no small feat. In Furious 7, technology helped stitch together Paul's final scenes with previously unused footage, motion capture, and CGI. Today, technology has evolved even further, with deepfake and AI tools making digital resurrection increasingly realistic and controversial. So how will the filmmakers pull it off this time? According to industry insiders, the team is considering a blend of advanced CGI performance doubles and possibly voice work from Paul's brothers. "They're being very careful," said a source close to the production. "They want fans to feel Brian's presence again, but it has to be earned. It has to feel right." Many fans speculate that Brian may not return in a full-fledged action role, but rather in a powerful cameo, perhaps a flashback, a video message, or even a climactic scene that reunites him with Dom in some symbolic way. Jordana Brewster reacts. Brewster, who has portrayed Mia Toretto since the franchise's inception, has remained one of the most vocal supporters of keeping Paul's memory alive in the films. In a recent appearance on a podcast, she responded to Diesel's confirmation of Brian's return. "I trust Vin completely. I know how much he loves Paul. If they're bringing Brian back, it will be meaningful and beautiful." She hinted that she may be part of the scenes involving Brian, saying, "Mia and Brian are a package deal. If he's coming back, I think she'll be by his side." Fan reactions: emotional, mixed, but hopeful. Fan response has been passionate and emotional. Social media exploded with hashtags like #Brian O'Connor returns and #ForPaul, as users shared their excitement and their concerns. "I'm sobbing already just thinking about seeing Brian again," one fan tweeted. "Please let this be a tribute, not a gimmick." Others urged caution. "I love Paul Walker. I grew up with Brian O'Connor. But please don't overdo it. Let the return be respectful." Some expressed faith in Diesel's judgment. "If anyone can bring Brian back the right way, it's Vin Diesel. He's always protected Paul's legacy." The final chapter, a family reunion. The upcoming installment, tentatively titled Fast X, Part 2, is expected to be the final film in the Fast and Furious saga. With decades of car chases, globe-trotting missions, and family mantras behind them, many fans feel a Brian O'Connor return is essential to closing the loop. Director Louis Leterrier has also hinted that the final film will feature surprises and emotional payoffs unlike anything the franchise has done before. We know what this means to the fans. We're going to make them cry, cheer, and remember why they fell in love with these characters in the first place. A bittersweet goodbye as the Fast family prepares to cross the finish line. One thing is clear. Paul Walker's presence still looms large over the franchise. Whether through a heartfelt cameo, a flashback, or one last ride. The return of Brian O'Connor promises to be a moment of cinematic history. In Diesel's own words, "This saga started with Paul. It's only right that it ends with him, too."